Under pressure to show more leadership to stop the violent crackdown in Syria, the Obama administration says it's the Syrian people who are in the lead. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton calls Moscow, lobbying reluctant Russia to support some kind of UN resolution on Syria.
It was a good conversation.
But no details, and no call yet to the also reluctant Chinese. President Obama, meanwhile, hasn't spoken out publicly on Syria for a month.
President Assad now has a choice. He can lead that transition or get out of the way.
Former State Department spokesman P.J. Crowley says the president is going to lose credibility unless he treats Syrian President Bashar al-Assad the way he treated Libyan strongman Muammar Gaddafi.
Here's the tweet that you put out. It's odd that Obama thinks Representative Weiner should resign, but not Assad. Sending lewd tweets violates public service, but not killing people? So that's pretty provocative. What are you saying?
What I'm saying is that the United States still, as a stated policy, believes that somehow Bashar al-Assad can lead a transition in Syria. But day in and day out, the extreme use of significant state-sponsored force to put down this protest, in my view, makes this untenable.
A senior administration official admits, quote, "This is going slowly. In a perfect world, we should be moving faster." In Libya, this official says Gaddafi's threat to destroy the opposition stronghold of Benghazi spurred the UN to authorize the use of force to protect civilians. In Syria, however, this official says there hasn't been this kind of galvanizing effect. There is, however, an appalling amount of violence and deaths, he says, and the U.S. is trying to build a broad-based approach to increase pressure on the Assad regime. But military intervention, as in Libya? The outgoing U.S. Defense Secretary says that kind of international groundswell simply isn't there.
The Libyan intervention started with a resolution from the Arab League, involved a resolution by the GCC, and ultimately a UN Security Council resolution. I see no appetite for any of that with respect to Syria.
Administration officials say the Syrian president is putting his country on the path to being a pariah state. They say the U.S. is collecting information on possible war crimes by Syrian security forces, and they're also looking at possible sanctions in the oil and gas sectors. Tough talk, but some critics ask, is it tough enough? Jill Doherty, CNN, the State Department.